I guess I'll start off by how I discovered the testicular cancer. In Cincinnati, night before my last start that I made, I was in my hotel room and I just felt something that was odd. Brought it to the attention of our training staff. And moving forward, I'm going to give a shout out to our training staff and medical staff. They moved extremely quickly within recognizing it and diagnosing it, and getting blood work done, and then getting the operation done. I think everything happened in about 5 days. So I'm extremely blessed to be around so many great people. I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me, a lot of people sending their thoughts and prayers. It's pretty unbelievable, the community, the tight-knit group that is being a pirate in the pirate community. I guess I'll give a shout out to the Pirates organization. I feel like I had everyone from janitors and the people working the tunnels and security, all the way to Bob Nutting, Frank Coonley, Neil Huntington reach out. And I got the vibe that they didn't reach out just to wish me well as a pirate or as a player. I think they genuinely care about me, and that goes a long way. I'm extremely proud to be a part of this organization. Teammates reaching out, sending love as a human, not as a player. That stuff's important when you're going through a hard time. And my family, girlfriend, friends growing up with, people from far and wide reached out to me, which is pretty cool. Feeling good now, feeling healthy. We're getting all good news back so far. Going forward, it'll be something I'll have to monitor and stay on top of, something I'll carry with me the rest of my life, and it's a part of my identity now.
Jameson, what's your first reaction when you find out what the diagnosis you're going to undergo the operation? What are your thoughts?
To be honest, it happened fast. It happened within 2 days of even feeling anything. One of our doctors pulled me into a conference room, and I felt like I was in a movie or something. I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience. I've had plenty of those conversations with doctors saying that I was going to need something done or something happened. So I don't know. My heart was racing, but something I got over pretty quickly. And my immediate thought was, what next? What can I do to get better?
What have they told you about your prognosis and treatment timeline moving forward that you can share?
Well, I'll say another thing. I have a brother who's a doctor, and he came up here immediately. He got on the first flight. He was supposed to go to LA and watch me pitch. He got a week off, and for anyone that's a doctor, that's tough to come by time off. And he came up here and spent it with me doing more doctor things. So he was great to have, and he spoke the language that the doctors were speaking. But from what I understand, we caught it extremely early. Dr. Lyon told me it's probably the earliest case he's seen caught in a really long time. So he told me to be an advocate going forward for early detection and speaking out about it, because guys usually, that's how guys are. You want to be quiet about it. Don't like going to the doctor. It's a private area. You don't like talking about it. But we caught it early, starting to do baseball activity again, feeling good.
Jameson, there's a number of current and former players who have had the same situation. Have you been in contact with any of those guys? Have you reached out for advice or support?
Yeah, I played with Andrew Lambeau coming up, AA. We were teammates, AAA. We were rehab buddies down in Florida. He reached out. John Kruk reached out. Chad Bettis and I exchanged texts a few times. It's kind of just an unspoken bond now that we all share and we understand. I had Lance Armstrong reach out to me, which was pretty cool. He's obviously an extremely visible person who's gone through this, so there's no shortage of people who have reached out.
Jameson, you posted very eloquently about your feelings about your manhood. Can you share some of that with us again?
Yeah, I'm impressed. I put together a good statement because I was still on the painkillers after surgery. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a private area. It's something that guys don't really like to talk about. I think for me, going through my sports hernia surgery that I went through, that made me a little more comfortable with being open about dropping my pants and getting inspected by doctors. And I lost maybe what people would call one half of my manhood, but I feel great. That can't take away your dignity or pride.
But you said you feel like you're more of a man now. Can you explain?
Going through trials and tribulations and tough times. With each one, I feel like I've come out stronger. So I wasn't going to let this stop me or put me down in the dumps.
How aware were you of the reaction that statement got? It got a lot of people really seem to like it.
I don't know. I mean, I posted it to Twitter, which I actually don't even have the app on my phone. I just log in every once in a while and use it. But I had a lot of people reach out to me just because of that. I've gotten a lot of messages. I've already had some people reach out to me on social media and say, after seeing what I had said or seeing what I was going through, they've gone and decided to get inspected because they had felt something in the past. And if I can speak out and have a platform, I'm going to do it.
Jameson, you've had several, you mentioned hernia surgery, and that wasn't all. How is this different than those setbacks?
The word cancer is scary. That's the first thing that jumps out to me. I think for my family, it was a little different. When they hear you have to go through an elbow surgery, it sucks, but there's not going to be a lot of people that feel sorry for you when you're undergoing an elbow surgery and you're a professional baseball player. But you have the word cancer involved, it adds a whole other dimension. Talking now life, death, whatever. I know it was big for my family, it was scary. But as far as the operation goes, it was actually pretty easy. No muscle involved. The rehab's been easy. I was up and walking the day of, so the actual operation wasn't too bad.
When do you think you'll be back on the mound?
I'm just playing catch right now. We're going to truly go day to day. I have to still do blood work going forward and make sure that all my markers are where they need to be. So I think once we get those results back, I think that'll kind of be time to push forward and map out like a more strict plan.
You've been, those of us that cover you regularly, you're much more mature beyond your years, and you're so tough just given everything you've gone through. How do you view this? Just, okay, here we go again after being drafted, elbow surgery, hernia surgery, successful first season in the big leagues, now this.
Yeah, Clint talks a lot about you have 3 bad hops, and I'm hoping this is my 3rd one. I've heard a lot of bumps in the road comments too. I'm hoping there's no more bumps in the road going forward. But one of my big baseball philosophies, or part of my mental game, is that if I put runners on base, I can't worry about how they got there. I have to worry about my plan going forward and how I can stop them from scoring or stop the inning from blowing up. So that's kind of how I view the medical stuff too. Is can't worry about how I got here or what it is. I just have to worry about the plan going forward. So it's definitely made me a lot more mentally tough.
How nice has it been to be out here the last couple of days to just sort of have some degree of routine and regularity?
It's been nice. It's probably been therapeutic for me. Sights and sounds of baseball. I got to see all the guys. I think I've said my hellos and given hugs to everybody down there now. So playing catch has been great. Seeing Ray, Clint, seeing all the guys. It's a form of therapy for sure.
You said earlier that everything you've got back so far has been good news, basically. What is some of that news? What tests kind of have been done?
Yeah.
And what do you know about? What have you been able to look for?
Yeah. So immediately after surgery, they did a CT scan to check testicular cancer itself. If you catch it early, it's pretty easy to cure. Obviously, you remove it. Hope that solves the problem. And then I did a CT scan. That's to check if they think it's spread anywhere. They do pathology reports on the tumor to check the staging of it and check how advanced it was or what types of cancer were in there. So everything I've gotten back regarding those, I've taken as good news. It could be a lot worse. So.
You guys, many of the current Pirates team came up together through the system, and you're obviously very close friends, all of you are. How do you describe just the clubhouse being a family at moments like this?
Yeah, I think it puts things into perspective. We have a lot of guys that really care about each other. I'm sure anyone that covers us can tell. Especially, I think that goes for everyone, but us young guys that came up together, 3/5 of our starting rotation here, well, including myself, including Trevor too now, we were all in the Indy rotation together last year, and we kind of came up together, so we're really close. I've been with the Pirates now, coming up through the minor league system a while, so I've gotten close with guys like Waddy and Mercer. I've seen them for a while, so love's not a word I throw around too easy, but I love every single one of those guys.
As you look forward, I know you still have some things that you still need to check. As a visible figure, what do you think that you might be able to do with this as far as, I don't know, whether it's prevention or drawing attention to the this type of cancer?
Yeah, I haven't thought too far ahead yet, but it's going to be something I want to be involved somehow. It's part of my identity now. I've been given a platform. I don't think guys are nearly aware enough as they should be. So I'll find a way to speak out and be an advocate for early detection, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll find a way.
What's it like watching Pirates games on television? How great are they?
Yeah, depends which one you're watching, but it's been nerve-wracking. When I'm out there pitching, I really don't ever get nervous, but when I'm in the dugout, I get pretty nervous for guys because I have a lot of empathy. I know what they're going through, and when I'm sitting at home, it's a whole other level because it's totally out of your control. So I understand fandom now, and I understand being like a couch, cheerer, yeller. So it's totally out of my hands, and I'm just watching them do their thing. But the past few days have been really, really fun to watch.
That it for me? All right. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Jameson.